Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another GTA Online video. My name is Saintsfan and today I have 15 more things you didn't know about the Arena War DLC. These things range from things that are just cool to know to other things that are very helpful. So hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Now, starting off this video, I want to talk about 3 things the Arena War DLC added inside of the new property. There are awards and little trinkets that you can get. So for the awards, you can actually check these by going into the start menu, going to the stats section, and then going to the Arena War awards section. And I believe once you get platinum, that is when these awards show up. You will find the award trophy room inside of the little building in the arena where you actually go to check out your AP and skill level and all that. It's in the room right next to it. You'll see, I think mine might even be empty, but if you do complete those awards, you can get this filled up. So that's kind of a cool thing to show off if you ever want to. Now, as for the trinkets, these appear right below that board that shows all of your stats. And I believe I only have one in the gameplay, but this stuff just is given to you for playing the game. I believe one of the trinkets you can get is to own all of the arena ready vehicles. I think that's the one I have. Some other ones are to win matches in the separate themes, the Future Shock, the Apocalypse, and the Nightmare. And I think some of the other ones are spectator based. So again, that's just another cool little thing that you can have eventually to show off to your friends. Now, as for the board, I want to touch on this real quick because I've gotten some questions. The skill level, many people are wondering how you can level your skill level up. Seems to be very difficult. According to Fun MW2, this is what he had to say. Starting with the bottom tweet, skill level is increased by winning matches. It also will decrease if you lose/leave the match. The math behind it, he says your skill level +1 equals the 1 matches needed to the next skill level. So the top tweet, you can see if your skill level is 2, you need to win 3 matches to get to level 3. If your skill match is 3, you need to win 4, and so on and so forth. And I'm guessing it's the same way. If you lose 3 matches, then you're going to D-rank a skill level. So that's how you can level that up. I don't exactly know what you get for skill level, but it may just be something, again, to show off to your friends. The AP level, on the other hand, has a lot of stuff behind it. And this is actually what's going to take the longest to level up. There are 1,000 AP levels that you can get. And unlike regular levels in GTA Online, there is something actually at level 1,000. So this is the Pegasus vehicle list that you unlock for completing a certain amount of AP levels. So at tier 25, you get the taxi. Tier 50, you get the dozer, and then you can read the rest. The tier 1000 is the tractor. And here are some pictures you got. This is the taxi, and they are customizable, so it is really cool. You have the bulldozer. You have actually the Go-Go Monkey Ballista. I believe you get that at level 20. And you also, like it said in the post, you get the Space Docker at tier 500. So if you really want to get to 1,000, it's going to take quite a while because AP is it's not very fast in terms of leveling up. But there are rewards that I think a lot of people didn't know about. Now, as for some more things that a lot of people don't know about, these pictures are coming from one of my followers, Thesis Badger. He actually somehow got to acquire the 3 new weapons. And one day, whenever the mods get updated, I will give you guys some gameplay of these weapons. But there are 3 new weapons coming in 2019. I'll explain that in a second. They are alien weapons, though. One shoots lasers, one is like a ray gun, and I think one sort of pulses people away. Very crazy stuff. But as for the release date, the Rockstar support may have accidentally given the release date. So the Up and Atomizer, which is what one of the weapons is called, is apparently scheduled to release January 1st, which, by the way, is a Tuesday, so it does make sense. And then the Widowmaker and the Unholy Hellbringer, the 2 other weapon names, they are scheduled to release on the 8th, which again is a Tuesday, so it makes sense. Moving along, one of the other things I think a lot of people don't understand is the spectate option. I've been in many of the new Arena War modes where right off the bat, a lot of people instantly kill themselves to get into the spectator arena so they can gamble and do all the cool stuff up there. But you don't actually need to do that. There's a much easier way to get into the spectator box. Inside of your arena, to the left of the room where everything is at, there are doors. And if you go up to them, it literally says, do you want to spectate in the Arena War modes? And you can just go through those doors and join the spectator box. Now, a few things you want to make sure that are changed in your settings. So you'll go into the online and then the options in the main menu. You want to make sure your matchmaking is open, because if not, then you might end up starting a match yourself, becoming the host, which is not what you're going to want to do. And there are some other things you may want to change. You see me changing some things in the gameplay. But once you actually do that, it's super simple to just walk in, and now you can join the spectator box whenever you want. You can go gambling, you can mess around in the spectate mode, and overall you can just have some fun in the box. So definitely do that instead of killing yourself right off the bat, which makes the game not as fair for other players. One awesome thing you can do is stack mines. And the most fun one is stacking the kinetic mines. Now you can only have 5 at a time, but you can stack them on top of each other, and they actually fix mines so they don't blow up right away. But you have 5 down, and if you run up to that, you can go flying a distance, and you won't actually die, surprisingly enough. But that is super fun. I would definitely take advantage of it. You have unlimited mines in free roam, so that may be something you and your friends do to see, where you can get flown to. Another not super important thing to know, but it is kind of interesting, the donk can actually wheelie. Because the donk is considered a muscle car, you can actually wheelie in the donk, which might lead to some interesting situations. Now, one little tip as for wheeling, if you want to hold that wheelie for a longer amount of time, there's something that you can do that's really simple to achieve that. So normally when you wheelie, your car goes like, 2 feet, and then it goes back on the ground. Well, and this is going to take some time, you're going to have to get used to it, but right after you release the handbrake, if you double tap the handbrake, sometimes your car will get stuck in that gear 1, and you will be able to wheelie for a longer period of time. I've seen some people master this, and they can actually wheelie pretty much endlessly. But for me, literally just starting off, I could wheelie for a lot longer than normal. So again, it's fairly simple, but it does just take some time to get used to the timing. So you're going to hold the right trigger and let's say R1 for the handbrake. You're going to release R1 and then quickly double tap it while your car is in the wheelie mode, and it should get stuck in gear 1 and you should be good to go. So hopefully that helps some of you guys trying to hold that wheelie longer. There's also a new action in the game. It's called Make It Rain, and it's basically a money drop for friends or for anyone. So now Rockstar are incorporating mods into the game. It only does drop $1,000 per animation, but it's still pretty funny how they literally have incorporated money drops now into the game officially, and there's an action for it. There's also some clothes that glow in the game. I believe most of the Future Shock clothes in the game, if you go to the shirt section and you go to the Arena War shirts, the Future Shock ones, most of these will glow, and the way you actually turn them on is by going into your interaction menu and turning illuminated clothing on. So if you want to have some cool glowing clothes, hopefully that helps. As for some other cool little tips with clothing, you can use the helmet, hat, and mask glasses glitch, or whatever it's called, with the telescope inside of your apartment still. This leads to some really cool things. You can use this with the new Space Ranger helmet, and you can actually put masks on underneath it. The way it works, it's very simple if you don't remember. You sort of run towards it, kind of at a speed, hit right on the D-pad, and hopefully it doesn't put you into the telescope. If it does, glitch is not going to work. And you want to make sure you're wearing a mask that you want to put on underneath the Space Ranger helmet. or any other helmet for that matter. But after running towards it, hitting right on the D-pad, and then hopefully not getting into the telescope, what you're going to want to do is switch to the outfit with the helmet. So I'm going to switch to the Space Ranger helmet. Then I'm just going to walk away, and boom, the mask now appears. Now I have the pogo mask underneath the helmet. So you can do some really cool stuff with this. I'm sure people will come up with some really crazy and awesome designs. Another thing, I mentioned this in a separate video a couple days ago, but just in case you maybe never watched it, there are new Kiflam robes. There's a new Easter egg that if you tip the bathroom attendant in your nightclub $577, it's gonna take a while, you will unlock these Kiflam robes. And then the final thing, you can actually put Benny's rims on the Insurgent pickup. If you take your Insurgent pickup inside of your Arena War workshop, it will allow you to put the Benny's rims on. I don't actually know if there are any other vehicles like this, but this is really cool because the Benny's rims are so awesome. And I do hope maybe one day Rockstar allow us to bring every car in here to put Benny's rims on them. But hopefully these things helped you guys out. Hopefully some of these you did not know. Thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA Online content. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.